Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Romeo here, environmental educator from Aullwood, and today I am talking about a tree that I hope a lot of people in Ohio have an appreciation for. Either that being, cheering for this team, the Scarlet and Gray, on Saturdays, or just appreciating their natural habitat, and that is the Ohio Buckeye. Now, there's some pretty interesting things about the Ohio Buckeye I'm going to teach you about, so let's get a better look. So here we have some Buckeye leaves. Now, they're starting to turn brown. They have these little brown spots on them, and that's actually called leaf blotch. So that's actually a disease, but it doesn't really damage the Buckeyes that much. They can really rebound the next year, no problem. It's only when it's really, really bad. There are some theories that, air pollution might have something to do with this, as well as the amount of sun that the trees get. So they do like a moist, acidic soil. So the creek is right down in here. So we are in a riparian area along the creek bed. Now, if you look here, you can see some leaves there on this tree. There's the main trunk, and there's some leaves up at the top. Buckeye trees are known for being the first to leaf out and the first to lose their leaves. Now, sometimes on a Buckeye, you can see there's a pattern to it. A lot of the leaves along the main trunk are gone because they were in the shade the most. But the trees that have the nice long branches like this, that can get into the sun, they live a little bit longer. Well, I guess I shouldn't say live a little bit longer, but they photosynthesize longer throughout the season. So they're still producing some food as compared to the other one back there that has almost no leaves on it. And the leaves in the center that are most shaded are lost first. Now, you may think a Buckeye tree is dying when this happens, but they're actually just preparing for the winter time. A lot of these trees, it all depends on moisture. It all depends on pulling all that energy down into the trunk, down into the roots for the winter time. All right, because essentially in winter, when the ground does freeze, that is essentially a drought. And when it starts to thaw out and all that water starts to come back, the Buckeye tree jumps on that opportunity and starts to leaf out early. Okay. However, though, sometimes, it can be bad leafing out a little early with how the past couple of years have been. We've gotten some frost, late frost, especially in May. I know my birthday in May, we actually had a lot of fruit trees. But not only are Buckeye trees, known for their losing the leaves, getting them the earliest, but of course for their nuts, depending on if you've ever seen Ohio State Buckeye, if you're a fan, you've seen a picture of the nut or the peanut butter and chocolate Buckeyes, which are my favorite. FYI, if anybody wants to bring me some treats. But, of course, the leaf shape, too, is very well known. Now, these nuts, of course, are loved by squirrels, but are toxic to humans. Native Americans used to boil them because they are high in protein. But if you ever do see a Buckeye now with these leaves and browning and losing its leaf, it is not dying. It is just one way that the Buckeye tree has adapted for the habitat of the northeastern forest. So I'm going to thank you all for watching and have a great week. All right, well, not only are the Buckeye trees, only known for losing their leaves first in the fall, they're growing their leaves back in the springtime, but they also have beautiful, showy flowers in the springtime. Some of my personal favorite flowers next to the tulip tree in the springtime, and I'll show you a picture here. Now, not only the flowers, a known thing for Buckeyes, but of course their fruits or their nuts, popular with squirrels, although toxic to humans. Native Americans used to boil them and leach them out in a really long process to get into the meat of the nut because it's very high in protein. But other than that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you gained a little more appreciation for our state tree. Thank you. Have a great week.